Photographs from the past are frightening. The reason may be the glassy gaze or the strange, peculiar clothes that are different from what we are used to now. Maybe it's the unknown, hidden behind these photos that scares us. Details. The settings. The poses. These photos make you feel uncomfortable, don't they? Are these people alive? Or are we looking at pictures of the deceased? An important detail seems to be missing. Despite the chills these pictures give us, we are still looking at pictures of ordinary people. People with their hobbies, ambitions, and goals. Are these photos really worth being afraid of? Why do many of them scare us so much? Today, we will try to understand people from the past better and look into their everyday lives. Thank you for being with us. Our channel is new, and we are very happy that you are watching our videos. Subscribe to the channel, and we're getting started. Look at this picture. Here we can see a pretty girl with curly hair. It might look like a birthday photo, but no, this is a posthumous photo, and actually this girl has already passed. If you pay attention to the background, you'll see a construction. It's actually a special tripod that photographers use to hold the body upright. Scary, isn't it? Why did people do this in the past? The post-mortem photography trend has been popular for 100 years. And for some people, it was the only way to capture a moment with their loved ones. The wealthy of the Victorian era used painting or sculpting. However, not everyone could afford those methods. And photographs, as you may understand, were not taken often. There were no camera phones or Instagram back then. People didn't have the time to take pictures with loved ones who had suddenly passed away. But the bitterness of loss was so strong that people took that step by taking a posthumous photo. The point is, photography was not something very common. It was expensive to take a photo every month or every year. They were rarely taken, and sometimes people just didn't have the time to do it when they were alive, but the memory retains the face of the person as we remember him or her. Perhaps these photos don't seem scary now. And here's a series of scary photos. We hope you're not watching this video before bedtime. You may see people or maybe not people at all. Some of them are too small. Perhaps they are children. And why are they dressed in such a strange manner? In fact, that's a freak circus. Perhaps you've heard of them before. A story with this kind of entertainment was shown in the TV series American Horror Story. The creators of the show even managed to portray some of the people from the original picture, if you look closely. This kind of entertainment originated in the 16th century in Britain. It may seem that all these people are unhappy because they are ridiculed by the society and their flaws are the highlight of the show. But that wasn't quite the case. The actors made quite a bit of money that they were unlikely to earn leading an ordinary life. They found a purpose for themselves. As we can see from the pictures, they were quite happy. And not only because of the salary, but also because they were surrounded by colleagues who welcomed them. The past seems hazy and gloomy to us. We often forget that the same people loved taking scary pictures on purpose, for example. Not for you, of course, but for their friends, for example. On the other hand, isn't that our distortion? If you're watching this video, we can only assume that you like horror movies too. This kind of creepiness can often be seen in modern movies. They have taught us to be afraid of certain things. Have any of you seen the movie Psycho? This movie came out in 1960, and it is one of Hitchcock's iconic films. In this movie, the main character was brutally murdered in a bathtub. Looking back at it now, this scene seems absolutely not scary. There's no blood, and we have not seen the moment of the murder. However, in 1960, Hitchcock received angry letters from the audience, telling him that now they were afraid to shower. Going back to our pictures, haven't we become afraid of everything because we've been led to believe anything is possible? Of course, in today's world, Hollywood alone releases about 600 movies a year. But how did people of the past entertain themselves? Going to ventriloquist performances. This is a performance where a person imitates a conversation with a puppet. It's an art and hard work. After all, a ventriloquist is able to speak without opening his mouth. To achieve this effect, they train their ligaments for years. This genre of entertainment originated at the end of the 19th century. Of course, we find it creepy. Have you seen these puppets at all? Again, we're inclined to think these dolls scare us because we've seen dozens of killer doll movies. As you can see, people of the past went to such shows and seemed quite happy. They didn't even think about the fact that puppets could be scary. And by the way, we have to say, we think the puppets today are much nicer looking.
We're gonna find out.
During the making of this video, we researched dozens of resources with weird trends from the past. You can leave a comment and like this video, and we'll make another one on the subject. While preparing, we came across dozens of weird photos from the past. We want to share our little top 3 of the creepiest photos according to the Ask a Question team. For example, check out this photo. What is it? A still from a horror movie? Some kind of spooky spoof? No, it's just a Mickey Mouse performance at the Ocean Park Theater in California. In 1930, the kids really enjoyed going to Mickey Mouse shows, so they bought masks to make it more fun. What did you think? Or this? It's not unusual. It's just Halloween outfits in 1930 that creeped us out. And the third photo is a weird one. If you've heard of the Sinister Valley effect, this is it. This is from 1929. It's a regular department store. And no, these are not people frozen in strange poses. These are wax figures that were placed near the store entrance to attract attention. But whoever put them up apparently wasn't a very bright person. When it became warmer, the wax dolls began to look sad in front of the customer's eyes. So, how did you feel? Were you also scared of these pictures? We're glad you took this interesting journey back in time with us. Now you know more. Subscribe. See you in the next video.